So my name's James Hester, I'm 42 years old. I live in Clevedon, which is on the west coast of the UK, near Bristol. I live 14 miles away from Bristol. I live in Clevedon with my family, with my wife Becky, who's a soft tissue therapist, and my two sons, Zach and Indy, and our tortoise Ozzy. Very lucky where I live. I've got the sea to swim in, I've got a lake that's 800 metres away from me, which is a sea lake, and 800 metres the other way from my house I've got a swimming pool. I've got amazing flat roads that I can time trial on out on the moors, which are nice and quiet, and I've got the Mendip Hills with Cheddar Gorge and all those kind of things. No distance away at all. Same with running. The only thing we don't have in Clevedon is a decent running track. And I started getting into triathlon in 1998. I had a bit of a break after a few years because I was busy. My job is as a musician. I've been playing drums since I was 11 or 12, and I've been a professional musician for the last 25 years. I'm a principal lecturer in music now at a university in Bristol. And I'm also a qualified British Triathlon Federation coach. So on to the reason for making these videos. In 2015, I was actually a pretty successful athlete, at least in my kind of world. I was racing really well. I was around about that 40-minute mark for 10K. I was riding and swimming fairly decently. And in the Bristol Triathlon in 2015, I came 14th overall and 4th in my age group, and it was quite a big race. And I was doing really well. What in hindsight I realised is that whilst I was fit and healthy physically, mentally I was in pretty bad shape. And in 2018, last year, I decided that was the year that I was going to try and focus on trying to get my act together and try and get back to where I was physically, but also try and be better mentally prepared for what I was doing. Now, if you've watched any of those videos, you'll know it didn't go to plan. I was quite badly injured with problems with my feet and my knee, torn meniscus, plantar fasciitis. I also had a chest infection that I ended up on 3 lots of antibiotics and chest x-rays, and God knows what was going on with that. So it didn't quite go to plan. So I started delving into the kind of psychological aspects of training and all that kind of stuff. And I made a video every single week for the whole year, and I've carried on now, and I'm on week 68. My videos cover all sorts of areas of training. I blog about my training itself, but I also look at things that come up in terms of research to do with training, psychological aspects of things, and other things with gear and books and all those kind of bits and pieces that we kind of like to consume as athletes. My passion is most definitely cycling. I'm a big cycling fan. Always have been since even before music. I got into cycling in kind of 1986, 1987. I was a massive Stephen Roche fan. But also I do time trialing. I also race cyclocross sometimes when my knee's okay, and I think I'm going to get into a bit of cyclocross this winter. But I also run races, and it's my plan over this winter to actually try and do some swimming races, which I've never done before. So with that in mind, I've decided that I'm going to actually switch my videos from here on in, so that I'm going to try and do 2 a week. I'm definitely going to do 1 a week, but I'm going to try and do 2 a week, because I've noticed that my videos are getting longer. And they were originally just supposed to be about me vlogging about my training, and I'm going to keep that intact and make sure every Monday I upload a video about how my training's gone, obviously going into the winter season. And then later on in the week I'm going to do some kind of gear review or some kind of training or psychological research that I'll talk about in terms of training. And that's my plan going forward. So hopefully from here on in, 2 videos a week.